When the world is still and the night is quiet, when the veil between the seen and unseen grows thin, there is a sacred hour to plant the seeds of your prosperity. 3 o'clock in the morning is not merely a time on the clock. It is a gateway. It is the hour when your conscious mind relaxes, and your subconscious becomes fertile, open to receive every word spoken in faith. This is the moment when your declaration can take root and grow like a mighty oak of abundance. In this hour, you step into the silence of creation and command your world with words of power. You do not beg or plead for supply. You claim it. You speak as though you already have it, because in the unseen realm it is already yours. When you speak your word in the stillness of 3 a.m., you imprint the divine substance with your intention and call forth wealth to manifest throughout your day. Here is how you align yourself. Stand or sit in stillness. Take a deep breath. Center your heart in gratitude, for gratitude is the key that opens the gates of increase. Feel the presence of infinite supply around you like an ocean waiting to flow into your life. Then speak with unwavering authority. All channels of wealth are open to me now. Infinite substance flows to me in perfect ways. I am a magnet for divine ideas, inspired opportunities, and right action. Money comes to me easily and continuously, and I handle it wisely and with gratitude. Feel these words as you say them, not as a wish but as a fact. Let the vibration of truth fill your being. See yourself surrounded by the glow of opulence. See bills paid, debts dissolved, opportunities unfolding like golden doors swinging open before you. Speak it until your entire body hums with the certainty of abundance. When doubt tries to whisper, remember that you are the heir to limitless supply. No external condition can obstruct the flow when you are aligned with divine order. You are not asking life for favors. You are exercising your divine right to prosperity. Your word spoken at 3 a.m. is a decree. It sets invisible forces in motion. It is like planting a seed in rich soil and knowing the harvest will come. Each day as you awaken, carry the feeling of that 3 a.m. declaration. Walk, act, and think as one who has already received. Treat your money, no matter how much or little, with reverence and gratitude. Circulate it with joy, knowing that what you send out returns multiplied. Do not speak words of lack or fear, for those sow weeds in your garden. Instead, bless every dollar, bless every opportunity, bless every person who comes into your life. As you make this your practice, you will notice how money, ideas, and opportunities begin to flow to you. The outer world rearranges itself to match your inner command. What you spoke in the silence will echo through your day. People will show up at the right time, doors will open without effort, and circumstances will align to your highest good. You are the creator of your financial destiny. At 3 a.m., in the stillness before dawn, speak your word. Speak it with faith, speak it with joy, speak it with the calm, knowing that you are already supplied. The unseen hand of divine substance moves on your behalf, and money flows to you all day long. In the quietest hour of the night, when the world is wrapped in stillness, and the distractions of the day have faded, there lies a sacred space where your mind becomes a powerful instrument of creation. 3 o'clock in the morning is more than a time on the clock. It is a symbolic gateway into the unseen. A moment when your conscious defenses are softened and your subconscious is receptive to every word, image, and feeling you choose to impress upon it. This time of stillness carries an energy of purity and potency, allowing you to plant seeds of abundance that will grow throughout the day. The universe listens to your vibration at every moment. But at this hour, it is as though the volume is turned up, amplifying the resonance of your intentions, and sending them out into the field of infinite possibility. You can use this moment to anchor yourself in prosperity, peace, and success by consciously choosing thoughts and words that align with your highest good and your deepest desires. When you deliberately wake up or stay awake at 3 a.m., you are choosing to step into a mystical current of creation. This time, often referred to as the hour of power, allows you to bypass the noise of the external world and hear the whispers of your inner self and the divine. This is not a time for anxiety or restless thought, but a time for focused intention. The stillness you encounter is not emptiness, but a living presence of infinite supply, waiting to be molded by your consciousness. By entering this space with awareness, you can plant the seeds of your future, sowing them into the fertile soil of your subconscious mind, where they will take root and grow. To use the stillness of 3 a.m. as a spiritual gateway, begin with a preparation of your mind and heart. As you rise in the dark, let your first awareness be gratitude. Feel the gift of the quiet, the blessing of another moment of life, the presence of infinite intelligence that surrounds you. Gratitude immediately aligns you with abundance, because it acknowledges that you already live in a universe of supply and generosity. Let that feeling of appreciation wash over you before you speak a single word. Then, with your eyes closed or open to the soft glow of the night, breathe deeply and slowly until your body and mind are relaxed. This rhythmic breathing creates a bridge between your conscious thought and your subconscious programming, enabling you to impress your intentions more deeply. As your body becomes still, your mind enters a receptive state, much like a field ready for planting. At this point, begin to speak or think words of power, words of prosperity, words that affirm the abundance you wish to experience. Say them aloud or silently, but say them with conviction and feeling. This is not a mechanical recitation, this is a creative act. You are the sculptor shaping the invisible substance of the universe with your words and mental images. In the stillness of 3 a.m., your declarations bypass the usual resistance of doubt and fear, because your conscious mind is quiet, allowing your subconscious to accept them as truth. Visualize as you speak. See yourself already living in the reality you desire. Imagine money flowing to you with ease, opportunities arriving at perfect timing, your bank accounts filled, your needs met, your generosity expanding. Do not force the image, allow it to arise naturally and hold it gently in your mind. Feel the relief and joy of having what you desire. This feeling is the vibration that calls your good to you. In the silence of this sacred hour, your imagination becomes a bridge to the unseen world where your desires are already fulfilled. Every word you speak at 3 a.m. is a seed, and like a seed, it needs to be planted in fertile soil. The soil is your faith, your conviction that what you declare in the quiet will manifest in your waking life. Speak your words slowly, with authority, as though issuing a decree. I am abundantly supplied. Money flows to me easily and continuously. Divine ideas come to me now. All channels of wealth are open to me. These are not requests or wishes, they are claims of a reality that exists in the unseen and is now unfolding in the seen. Your subconscious, impressed with these ideas, will begin to move you toward actions, opportunities, and circumstances that match your declarations. As you continue this practice night after night, or as often as you choose, you will begin to notice subtle shifts. You may feel calmer, more confident, more aligned with a sense of purpose. You may begin to see coincidences and synchronicities, as the outer world adjusts to the inner patterns you are creating. People, ideas, and resources may show up unexpectedly, seemingly out of nowhere, but in truth they are the manifestations of the seeds you planted during your 3 a.m. practice. This is the natural flow of universal law, responding to your focused consciousness. The beauty of using the stillness of 3 a.m. as a spiritual gateway is that it trains you to take ownership of your creative power. Instead of drifting into sleep filled with worry or waking up with the same old thoughts, you intentionally program your mind with prosperity and success. You are no longer a passive participant in your financial destiny, but an active creator. The silence of the early morning becomes your workshop, your temple, your laboratory of manifestation. With consistency, this time becomes sacred, a ritual that sets the tone for your entire day. Because you have begun your day by planting seeds of abundance, you will find yourself thinking, speaking, and acting differently throughout the hours that follow. You will carry an inner calm and assurance, a quiet knowing that something powerful has been set in motion. This inner state will influence your decisions, your interactions, and even how others perceive you. Opportunities that once seemed hidden will become visible. Resources that felt scarce will appear abundant. This is the effect of aligning with the flow of abundance at its most receptive hour. It is important to understand that the stillness of 3 a.m. is not magical in itself. It is your state of mind and your alignment with universal law that matters. The hour simply makes it easier to reach that state, because the world is asleep, distractions are minimal, and your subconscious is open. By taking advantage of this natural rhythm, you magnify your creative power. Think of it as a secret passageway into your own deeper self, where you can write new instructions for your life without interference from the old programming of lack, fear, and doubt. When you awaken at 3 a.m., you are entering a sacred contract with yourself. You are saying to your own mind and to the universe, I am ready to receive. I am ready to direct my life. I am ready to be the channel through which abundance flows. This declaration shifts your energy immediately, even before you speak your words of prosperity. The act of showing up for yourself at this hour is itself a signal of commitment, a demonstration of faith, a willingness to participate in your own transformation. The more you honor this time, the more potent it becomes. Just as a field becomes richer when it is cultivated regularly, your subconscious becomes more fertile for the seeds of abundance you plant. Over time, the results become cumulative, and your life begins to reflect the inner work you have done in the quiet hours. You will notice that your relationship with money changes from one of stress or struggle to one of flow and gratitude. You will feel empowered, inspired, and clear about the steps you need to take, because your mind will be attuned to divine ideas and guidance. In this way, using the stillness of 3 a.m. as a spiritual gateway to plant seeds of abundance becomes a powerful, transformative practice. It is a conscious choice to step out of the current of ordinary thinking and into the current of divine creation. It is a way to reclaim your power as a spiritual being having a material experience, to bridge the unseen with the seen, to call forth your good before the sun rises. Every night or early morning you practice, you are affirming that you are more than your circumstances, more than your past, and that you have the ability to create the financial, emotional, and spiritual reality you desire through the words you speak and the feelings you cultivate in the silence of that sacred hour. When you stand in the stillness of 3 a.m. and open your mouth to speak, you are not merely talking into the air, you are speaking into the infinite field of substance, the unseen matrix that responds to every vibration, word, and feeling you send forth. This is why it is vital to speak words of wealth and prosperity as decrees, not requests. Requests imply separation, lack, and waiting for permission. Decrees embody authority, ownership, and certainty. When you decree, you claim your divine right. You speak as a creator rather than a beggar, and in that state your words take on a creative force that moves through your subconscious and out into the circumstances of your life. Speaking words of wealth and prosperity as decrees transforms your mindset from I hope to I know, and that shift is the key that unlocks the flow of abundance. To speak words of prosperity as decrees, you must first recognize that you have the power to do so. You are not powerless in the face of circumstances. You are not at the mercy of random events. The same creative energy that formed the stars, the oceans, and every cell of your body flows through you. When you speak with authority, you direct that energy into specific channels. Words are containers for consciousness, and consciousness is the builder of reality. When you choose words of prosperity, you are pouring the substance of the universe into molds of abundance, and what you mold will appear in your experience. Begin by examining the way you currently speak about money and supply. Many people unconsciously use words of lack, limitation, and struggle without realizing that they are programming their subconscious to produce more of the same. They say things like, I can't afford it, money doesn't grow on trees, or life is hard. These are decrees too, but they are decrees of lack. By shifting your language, you shift your life. Replace every negative statement with one that affirms prosperity and ease. Say, I always have more than enough. Money flows to me continuously. Life supports me in perfect ways. Speak these not as empty affirmations but as living truths, as though you were announcing something already real. When you decree prosperity, you must also feel the reality of your words. Feeling gives life to the decree. Speak slowly, breathe deeply, and allow yourself to embody the state of having what you declare. Imagine yourself as a king or queen issuing a royal command, not with arrogance but with the quiet confidence of one who knows their authority. This inner posture is crucial. You are not pleading with a distant force, you are activating the power within you. By holding this posture, you align your conscious and subconscious minds, which makes your decree far more effective. At 3 a.m., when the veil between conscious and subconscious is thin, your decrees penetrate deeply. This is why the timing is so powerful. Your subconscious, free from the distractions and resistances of the daytime mind, accepts your words readily. It begins to reorganize your beliefs, your attitudes, and your behaviors to match the state you have declared. You will start to notice intuitive nudges, creative ideas, and coincidental opportunities that align with your decrees. This is not magic but the natural outworking of law. You are planting seeds in the soil of your mind, and the harvest will come in due season. When you speak words of wealth and prosperity as decrees, it is helpful to be specific but also open to unexpected avenues. For example, you may decree, "All channels of financial increase are open to me now," rather than limiting yourself to one source. You may declare, "I am a magnet for divine opportunities and inspired ideas," so that your subconscious is alert to new pathways of income and success. This openness allows the universe to bring your good in ways you might not have imagined, while your decree anchors the feeling of abundance in the present moment. Consistency strengthens the decree. Saying your words once with feeling at 3 a.m. is powerful, but repeating them night after night creates a groove in your subconscious, a pattern of prosperity thinking that becomes automatic. As you continue, your old patterns of lack-based thinking dissolve, and your new patterns take root. Over time, you will notice that even your casual conversations during the day begin to reflect prosperity consciousness. You will naturally speak words of wealth and confidence, because your inner programming has changed. This shift in self-talk attracts people and circumstances that mirror your new vibration. The power of decreeing wealth also lies in its ability to override fear. Fear is a form of belief in lack and limitation, and it can block the flow of prosperity. When you speak a decree with conviction, you replace fear with faith. You anchor your mind in a higher truth, which gradually dissolves the energy of fear. If you find fear arising while you decree, acknowledge it without judgment, and then reaffirm your words with even more feeling. Say, "Fear has no power over me. I live in an abundant universe. My supply is endless." Over time, the decrees will reshape your emotional landscape as well as your financial experience. It is also important to use your decrees as a springboard for action. When you declare wealth, be open to guidance about steps you can take in the physical world. The universe operates through channels, and often your decree will inspire you to new ideas, strategies, or behaviors that increase your prosperity. Follow these nudges with trust. When you act on the guidance you receive, you show your subconscious that you believe your decree, which further strengthens its power. In addition to speaking your decrees aloud, you can write them down. Writing engages your mind and body in a different way, reinforcing the message. You may choose to keep a special notebook for your 3 a.m. decrees, writing them slowly and with intention. This creates a tangible record of your inner work, and can be a powerful source of encouragement as you look back and see how your declarations have manifested in your life. As you deepen this practice, you will find that speaking words of wealth and prosperity as decrees changes not only your finances, but also your sense of self. You will begin to identify as someone who is worthy of abundance, capable of creating wealth, and connected to infinite supply. This self-image will naturally lead you to make different choices, to take confident actions, and to handle money with greater wisdom and gratitude. The outer changes in your financial life will be a reflection of the inner changes you have made through your decrees. The energy with which you speak your decree matters just as much as the words. Speak with love, gratitude, and joy, not tension or desperation. Imagine that your words are living currents of light flowing into the fabric of reality, weaving new patterns of abundance. Smile as you speak. Feel the expansion in your chest. Let your voice be steady and calm. The more you embody the state of already having what you decree, the more quickly it will manifest. This practice is a way of aligning yourself with the creative laws of the universe. It reminds you that abundance is not something you chase, but something you allow, something you call forth from within. By speaking words of wealth and prosperity as decrees, You take your rightful place as a conscious creator of your reality. You stop waiting for conditions to change and start changing the inner blueprint from which conditions arise. Over time, you come to trust this process completely, knowing that what you decree in the silence of 3 a.m. is already unfolding in perfect timing and perfect ways. Through this practice, you also cultivate a relationship with money that is harmonious rather than fearful. You begin to see money as energy, as a servant of your higher purposes, as a reflection of your alignment with life. When you decree wealth, you are not only asking for more money, but also inviting a higher order of living, one rooted in trust, generosity, and flow. This expanded perspective makes you a better steward of the wealth that comes, which in turn allows more to flow through you. Using words of wealth and prosperity as decrees also influences how others perceive and interact with you. People can sense when someone carries a vibration of abundance. Opportunities gravitate towards such individuals because they radiate confidence and possibility. Your relationships may improve, your business ventures may prosper, and your creative projects may flourish simply because you have shifted your internal frequency through your decrees. In the stillness of 3 a.m., when you speak your words of power, you are engaging in one of the most profound acts of self-mastery available. You are choosing your reality rather than accepting whatever appears. You are exercising the spiritual authority that is your birthright. Each decree sends a ripple into the unseen, reorganizing energy and matter to match your intent. This is the secret behind all great manifestations, the ability to speak the word and know it is done. To visualize money, opportunities, and success flowing to you with gratitude, begin by understanding that the images you hold in your mind are blueprints for your future experiences. Your subconscious does not distinguish between what is vividly imagined and what is physically real. It accepts both as instructions. By deliberately creating mental pictures of abundance and success, you are sending a message to your inner self and to the universe that this is your chosen reality. This practice goes far beyond idle daydreaming. It is a disciplined act of creative imagination, combined with the emotional power of gratitude, which magnifies and accelerates manifestation. When you visualize with gratitude, you create a vibration that not only attracts the good you seek but also prepares you to receive it fully and gracefully. Begin by finding a quiet place, especially in the early morning hours when your mind is most receptive. Close your eyes and breathe slowly until your body relaxes and your thoughts become calm. Then bring to mind a clear picture of the financial life you desire. See money flowing into your hands, into your bank accounts, into your life from many channels. See yourself handling it wisely, joyfully, and with a sense of peace. Imagine opportunities appearing like golden doors swinging open, people offering you partnerships, invitations, or ideas that lead to greater abundance. Picture yourself succeeding in your endeavors, feeling confident and capable, celebrating milestones of achievement and prosperity. The clearer and more detailed your visualization, the more deeply your subconscious will absorb it. While you hold these images, generate the feeling of gratitude as though it has already happened. Gratitude is the bridge between the mental and the material. It tells your subconscious and the universe that you are already in possession of the good you seek, which collapses the gap between wanting and having. Feel your heart expand with thankfulness for the abundance flowing toward you. Whisper words of thanks as you see the money, opportunities, and success in your mind's eye. This feeling of appreciation raises your vibration and makes your visualization magnetic. As you visualize, engage all your senses. Hear the sounds associated with your abundance, the gentle hum of a well-run business, the chime of incoming payment notifications, the conversations of happy clients or collaborators. Smell the scents that signify prosperity to you, perhaps the fresh scent of a new office, the aroma of travel to places you've dreamed of visiting, or the fragrance of a celebratory meal. Feel the textures: crisp bills, smooth credit cards, the firm handshake of a new business partner, the soft leather of a car you've desired, or the cool marble floors of a new home. By involving all your senses, you make your visualization more real to your subconscious, which increases its power to manifest. Consistency in visualization is key. Practice it daily. ideally at the same time, to develop a rhythm that your subconscious recognizes. The early morning, especially around 3 a.m., is ideal because your mind is in a natural state of receptivity. However, you can also use brief visualization sessions throughout the day to reinforce your intention. Each time you visualize with gratitude, you are watering the seeds you planted in your subconscious, nurturing them toward full expression in your outer life. As you deepen your practice, you will begin to notice subtle changes in your perception and behavior. Opportunities that you once overlooked will stand out to you, because your mind is tuned to recognize them. You may feel drawn to new activities, people, or ideas that align with your vision. This is the natural result of mental rehearsal combined with gratitude. Your subconscious begins to guide you toward the very circumstances you have imagined. You may also find that unexpected income, gifts, or helpful connections appear seemingly out of nowhere. These are signs that your visualization is working, that the universe is arranging the details of your outer world to match your inner image. Gratitude also protects your visualization from doubt and fear. When you feel grateful for something as though you already have it, you are less likely to question whether it is possible. Gratitude creates a sense of inevitability, of natural unfolding. It shifts your focus from what is missing to what is present and expanding. By focusing on gratitude during your visualization, you train your mind to see abundance everywhere, which in turn attracts more of it. If doubt does arise, gently return your attention to the feeling of thankfulness and the mental picture of your desired outcome. Over time, this will become automatic, and your mind will default to abundance rather than lack. It is important to remember that visualization with gratitude is not about forcing outcomes, but about aligning yourself with the energy of what you desire. Think of it as tuning a radio to a certain frequency. When you visualize abundance with sincere appreciation, you tune yourself to the frequency of abundance, and your external life will begin to broadcast that station. This is why patience and persistence are essential. Seeds do not sprout overnight, but they will grow if tended with care. Another powerful aspect of visualization is to see not only yourself receiving but also giving. Imagine yourself using your money to help others, to contribute to causes you care about, to uplift your family and community. Picture the joy and relief on their faces, the positive ripple effects of your generosity. This expands your sense of abundance and removes any subconscious guilt about wealth. When you see your success benefiting others, your subconscious embraces it more fully, because it aligns with your deeper values. Gratitude naturally extends to others when you envision the good you can do with your increased resources. Writing down your visualizations can also enhance their impact. After your session, take a few minutes to journal what you saw, felt, and appreciated. Describe it in the present tense, as though it is already your reality. For example, money flows to me easily and joyfully. I am so thankful for the new opportunities arriving each day. My business is thriving, and I feel empowered and secure. This written record reinforces your mental images and gives you something to review when you need inspiration or reassurance. The state you enter during visualization also affects the rest of your day. When you start your morning with clear mental images of abundance and the warm glow of gratitude, you carry that energy into your actions, decisions, and interactions. You may find yourself speaking more positively, walking more confidently, and approaching challenges with a solution-focused mindset. This energy influences others as well, making them more likely to offer support, collaborate, or present you with opportunities. Your outer world becomes a mirror reflecting the inner state you cultivated through visualization. Incorporating physical cues can deepen the practice. You might hold a symbolic object, such as a coin, a check written to yourself, or a small token that represents your desired wealth, while you visualize. This creates a tangible anchor for your intentions and can trigger the state of gratitude more quickly. Later, when you touch or see the object during the day, it will remind you of your visualization and renew your sense of abundance. Visualizing money, opportunities, and success flowing to you with gratitude also reshapes your beliefs about deservingness. Many people unconsciously believe they are not worthy of great abundance, or that wealth comes only through struggle. By repeatedly picturing yourself living in abundance and feeling grateful for it, you teach your subconscious that this state is natural and right for you. Over time, your sense of self-worth expands to match your vision, making it easier for you to accept and retain the prosperity that flows into your life. As your practice becomes second nature, you will notice that gratitude begins to infuse your entire perspective. You start to appreciate small signs of abundance that you might have ignored before: a free cup of coffee, a kind word, an unexpected discount, a sudden inspiration. These moments reinforce your belief that you are on the right path, creating a feedback loop of positivity and manifestation. The more you notice and appreciate, the more you attract. Visualization with gratitude also helps you navigate challenges. When difficulties arise, instead of falling into fear or despair, you can return to your mental images of abundance and the feeling of thankfulness. This steadies your mind and allows you to respond creatively. It reminds you that your current circumstances are not final, but are subject to change as your inner state changes. This resilience becomes a powerful asset in creating lasting wealth and success. Ultimately, to visualize money, opportunities, and success flowing to you with gratitude is to step into your role as a conscious creator. You are no longer waiting passively for life to bring you what you want. You are shaping your future with your imagination, charging it with gratitude, and allowing the universe to respond to your vibration. Each session of visualization is like a rehearsal for the life you desire, training your mind, emotions, and energy to match it. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes, until one day you find yourself living in the very scenes you once held only in your mind. Maintaining faith and avoiding words of lack to keep your prosperity channel open begins with the recognition that every word you speak is a signal sent into the vast field of universal substance, and that every thought you hold creates a vibration which draws like unto itself. When you are seeking abundance, the greatest challenge is not necessarily to imagine or declare prosperity once, but to sustain the state of inner certainty that it is already yours. Faith is the invisible magnet that keeps the channel clear between your inner declaration and its outer manifestation. Words of lack, doubt, or fear act like stones and debris in that channel, interrupting the flow, slowing the movement, and scattering the energy you have so carefully gathered. By choosing your words consciously and holding firm to your faith, you create a steady current of prosperity energy that flows without obstruction into your life and affairs. Faith is not mere hope, but a confident knowing that what you have declared in the unseen is moving toward expression in the seen. It is a mental and emotional posture of assurance, a quiet conviction that the universe is friendly and abundant, and that you are aligned with its flow. When you speak and act from this place of trust, your subconscious receives the message that your desires are already fulfilled, and it begins to organize your actions, opportunities, and perceptions accordingly. This inner state allows the outer manifestation to happen more easily and more gracefully. Maintaining faith requires cultivating habits of thought, speech, and feeling that support your vision rather than contradict it. One of the most powerful habits is to watch your words. Words are containers of belief, and they reveal your inner state. When you say things like, "I never have enough," "It's hard to make money," or "Things always go wrong for me," you are planting seeds of lack and watering them with your attention. These phrases may seem casual, but they carry energy and instruction to your subconscious. Instead, practice speaking words that affirm abundance, even in the face of appearances. Say, "Money comes to me easily. I am guided to prosperity. Everything works together for my good." Speak these as facts, not wishes. The more you do, the more you retrain your mind to expect supply rather than shortage. Faith is strengthened through repetition and feeling. Each time you catch yourself about to speak a word of lack and instead choose a word of abundance, you are building the muscle of faith. Over time, this becomes automatic, and your speech naturally reflects your prosperity consciousness. This shift in language is not about ignoring reality, but about choosing the higher reality you wish to create. By affirming abundance consistently, you are instructing your subconscious to produce it and aligning yourself with the universal law of increase. It also helps to cultivate inner silence and meditation to maintain your faith. In stillness, you can sense the presence of the infinite supply that surrounds you. This awareness dissolves fear and doubt, because you feel the truth of your connection to the source of all good. Spending a few moments each day in gratitude and quiet reflection allows your nervous system to relax, and your mind to anchor itself in the feeling of already being supplied. From this place, your words of abundance become more than affirmations. They become living decrees infused with power. Another key to keeping your prosperity channel open is to bless and appreciate what you already have. Gratitude transforms your perception from lack to plenty, making it easier to maintain faith. When you appreciate even small amounts of money, even minor opportunities, you signal to the universe that you are a good steward of abundance and open to receiving more. This attitude creates a positive feedback loop, where your appreciation draws more things to appreciate. Every time you express thanks for your current supply, you strengthen the magnetic field of your prosperity. Guarding your mental environment is equally important. Surround yourself with people, books, and media that uplift your sense of abundance. Limit exposure to conversations or content that emphasize fear, scarcity, or doom. The subconscious mind absorbs impressions from everything you encounter, and these impressions either support or erode your faith. By choosing an environment of positivity and possibility, you make it easier to maintain the inner state necessary for prosperity. Visualization and affirmations play a critical role in replacing words of lack with words of abundance. When you see and feel yourself already living in the reality you desire, your words naturally reflect that state. You will find yourself speaking about money, opportunities, and success as though they are present because in your inner world they are. This congruence between inner and outer speech is what keeps the channel clear. Doubt and contradiction clog the flow, congruence and confidence accelerate it. Faith also requires patience and trust in timing. Sometimes manifestations take longer than expected because the conditions, people, and circumstances are still aligning. In these periods, it is easy to revert to words of lack, to complain or express frustration. But these reactions send mixed signals to the universe and weaken your magnetic field. By choosing to maintain faith, by continuing to speak abundance even when results are not yet visible, you show your subconscious that your new belief is unshakable. This unshakable faith is like a beacon, calling your good to you regardless of appearances. Another aspect of maintaining faith is to act as though you already have what you have declared. This does not mean reckless spending but adopting the mindset and habits of someone who lives in abundance. Treat your current finances with respect. Organize your bills. Track your income, give and receive with joy. This behavior signals to your subconscious and to the universe that you are ready for more. Your words of abundance will then be reinforced by your actions, creating a powerful alignment between inner and outer worlds. Forgiveness is also a powerful tool for keeping your prosperity channel open. Resentment and bitterness are subtle forms of lack consciousness, because they focus on what you did not receive or how you were wrong. Holding on to these feelings blocks the flow of good. By forgiving others and yourself, you clear the channel for abundance to flow. As you release the past, you create space for new blessings to enter. Maintaining faith and avoiding words of lack also involves cultivating an identity of worthiness. Many people unconsciously feel they do not deserve wealth, or that it is selfish to desire it. These beliefs create inner conflict that sabotages prosperity. By affirming your worthiness and recognizing that abundance is your natural state, you dissolve these blocks. Speak words like, "I am worthy of wealth. It is safe for me to be abundant. My prosperity blesses others." These statements reprogram your subconscious to accept abundance as a natural and beneficial part of life. Daily rituals can help reinforce this identity. You might begin each day by speaking a few affirmations aloud, journaling your gratitude, or visualizing your desired financial reality. These simple practices build a foundation of faith that carries you through the day. Whenever you encounter a challenge, return to your affirmations rather than words of lack. This habit retrains your nervous system to respond with faith rather than fear. Keeping your channel open regardless of circumstances It is also helpful to remind yourself frequently of past successes. Reflect on times when money or opportunities came to you unexpectedly, when things worked out better than you imagined, when your faith was rewarded. These memories strengthen your belief that the universe is supportive and abundant. By recalling them, you reinforce the neural pathways of trust and possibility, making it easier to maintain faith now. Your emotional state is a guide to whether your prosperity channel is open or blocked. Feelings of ease, joy, and anticipation indicate alignment with abundance, while feelings of worry, strain, or desperation indicate resistance. By tuning into your emotions, you can catch yourself before slipping into words of lack. Take a breath, center yourself, and reaffirm your faith. This moment-to-moment awareness transforms your relationship with money from reactive to creative. Generosity is another way to keep the channel open. When you give freely and with joy, you affirm abundance in action. You demonstrate your faith that there is more than enough, and that what you give returns multiplied. This does not have to be large sums of money. Even small acts of kindness or sharing signal your trust in the flow. As you give, speak words of blessing over your gift, imagining it returning to you in perfect ways. This practice cements your faith and replaces any lingering fear of lack with confidence in supply. Lastly, maintaining faith and avoiding words of lack is an ongoing practice of self-awareness and deliberate choice. It is not about perfection but about persistence, about continually choosing abundance over scarcity, gratitude over complaint, faith over fear. Each time you do, you reinforce the channel through which prosperity flows. Your words become a current of power, your faith a magnet for wealth, and your life a testament to the creative force of a mind aligned with abundance. Carrying the vibration of your 3M declaration throughout the day in thoughts and actions is the bridge between the unseen and the seen. The moment of moving from pure intention into lived embodiment. When you rise in the early hours and speak your words of abundance, you are planting seeds in the fertile soil of your subconscious. To ensure those seeds grow strong, you must nurture them throughout the day by keeping your inner state aligned with what you declared. This means treating every thought, word, and action as an extension of the vibration you set at dawn. Instead of thinking of your 3 a.m. practice as an isolated ritual, see it as the foundation upon which you build the entire day. The power is not just in the declaration, but in maintaining the feeling of certainty, gratitude, and abundance as you go about your life. Begin each morning after your declaration by taking a few moments to feel the vibration you have created. Before reaching for your phone, before engaging with the noise of the world, linger in the stillness, and allow the feeling of your declaration to saturate your body. This is your anchor, your baseline frequency. As you move into your day, recall this feeling often, as though you were holding a precious stone in your pocket and touching it for reassurance. Every time you reconnect with the vibration of your declaration, you strengthen its imprint in your subconscious and in the energy field around you. Thoughts are like invisible threads weaving your reality, and if you are not mindful, the momentum of old patterns can quickly unravel the work you did in the morning. Guard your mind as you would a garden. When a thought of lack, fear, or doubt arises, recognize it immediately and gently replace it with a thought aligned with your declaration. This does not mean suppressing or denying your feelings, it means consciously choosing the direction of your focus. For example, if a bill arrives and your first impulse is to think, "I can't afford this," pause and instead affirm, "This is already taken care of. Money flows to me easily and continuously." By doing this consistently, you are keeping your vibration attuned to abundance, rather than letting it drift into scarcity. Your words during the day also matter deeply. Speak about money, opportunities, and success as though they are present and growing. Avoid casual complaints or self-deprecating humor about finances, because each word reinforces a vibration. Instead, weave prosperity into your conversations. Say, "I'm looking forward to great opportunities. Things always work out for me. There's more than enough for everyone." These statements may feel small, but they maintain the signal you sent out at 3 a.m. Words spoken aloud are powerful amplifiers of your vibration, and using them consciously creates a field around you that draws matching experiences. Your actions are another layer of carrying the vibration. Act like the person you declared yourself to be at 3 a.m. If you spoke words of confidence and success, let your posture, tone, and decisions reflect that confidence. Handle your money, your work, and your relationships with the calm assurance of someone who knows they are supported by an abundant universe. Take inspired action when ideas arise, because action rooted in the vibration of abundance multiplies your results. Even small steps, taken with the energy of faith and gratitude, send powerful signals to your subconscious and to the universe that you are serious about embodying your declaration. One way to maintain your vibration is to create anchors throughout your day. These can be physical reminders such as a bracelet, a note on your phone, a background image, or a symbol on your desk. Every time you see this anchor, pause for a few seconds to recall your 3 a.m. declaration and feel its vibration. This practice keeps the frequency alive and fresh, preventing it from fading under the weight of daily routines. Over time, these micro moments of reconnection build a consistent field of energy that supports your manifestation. Carrying the vibration also means behaving generously and confidently. When you give to others, whether money, time, or encouragement, you are signaling to the universe that you live in abundance. When you invest in yourself or your dreams, you are showing faith in your declaration. When you treat others with kindness and respect, you are affirming the interconnectedness of all prosperity. This behavior creates a resonance that draws similar experiences back to you, reinforcing the energy you set at dawn. Another important aspect of embodying your 3 a.m. declaration is maintaining an internal atmosphere of gratitude. Throughout the day, consciously notice and appreciate even small signs of abundance: a compliment, a new idea, a found coin, a discount, a moment of inspiration. Each instance is evidence of the flow working on your behalf. By acknowledging these signs, you amplify your gratitude and keep your vibration high. This habit also trains your mind to expect abundance, which naturally attracts more of it. Your emotional state acts as a compass showing whether you are aligned with your 3 a.m. vibration or drifting away from it. Feelings of ease, joy, curiosity, and confidence indicate alignment, while tension, anxiety, or frustration may signal a slip into old patterns. When you notice the shift, pause and reconnect with your morning declaration. Close your eyes for a few seconds, breathe deeply, and remember how it felt at 3 a.m. when you spoke your words of power. This simple reset can bring you back into alignment quickly. You can also use visualization check-ins during the day to refresh your vibration. Close your eyes briefly and picture the same scene of abundance you visualized in the morning. Feel the gratitude again. See the money flowing, the opportunities arriving, the success unfolding. Even 30 seconds of this practice can recalibrate your energy and keep your inner state consistent. Think of it as watering your manifestation seeds throughout the day. Another layer of carrying your vibration is to embody it in your self-image. Ask yourself, who am I as someone living my 3 a.m. declaration? And begin to adopt the traits, habits, and mindset of that person now. This could mean dressing more confidently, speaking more assertively, or setting clearer boundaries. It could mean investing time in learning new skills or improving your environment. By living as though your declaration is already true, you collapse the gap between the future and the present and accelerate its manifestation. Your environment also plays a significant role. Surround yourself with symbols of abundance and success, whether in your home, workspace, or digital life. This could include uplifting music, affirmations on your walls, a vision board, or carefully chosen books and media. Each environmental cue reinforces your 3 a.m. vibration and makes it easier to stay in alignment. Conversely, minimize exposure to negativity, gossip, or fear-based messages that could disrupt your frequency. Mindful breathing can also be a powerful tool. Whenever you feel tension or doubt creeping in, take a few deep breaths and imagine inhaling abundance and exhaling resistance. This simple practice calms your nervous system and realigns your energy. Over time, you can train yourself to associate deep breathing with reconnecting to your declaration, creating a reliable pathway back to your desired state. Journaling during the day can help you track how you are carrying your vibration. Write down moments when you felt aligned, signs of abundance you noticed, or actions you took from a place of faith. Recording these experiences reinforces them and provides evidence to your subconscious that your declaration is real and working. This evidence strengthens your belief, which in turn strengthens your vibration. Even in moments of challenge, carrying your 3 a.m. vibration means responding differently than you would have before. Instead of reacting with fear, you respond with curiosity or calm. Instead of seeing obstacles, you see opportunities for alignment. Each time you choose faith over fear, gratitude over complaint, and action over paralysis, you are embodying your declaration more fully. These choices compound over time, reshaping your reality to match your vibration. Carrying your vibration also affects how others interact with you. People sense your energy even if they cannot name it. When you walk into a room radiating confidence, gratitude, and abundance, you become magnetic. Opportunities and collaborations naturally gravitate toward you because your inner state signals reliability and expansion. This external feedback loop then strengthens your inner faith, creating a virtuous cycle of manifestation. At night, before sleeping, reflect on how well you carried your 3 a.m. vibration through the day. Do this without judgment, simply noticing where you stayed aligned and where you drifted. Celebrate your successes, however small. This reflection sets the stage for the next morning's declaration and helps you improve steadily. Over time, maintaining your vibration will become effortless, like second nature, and your outer world will clearly reflect the inner consistency you have cultivated. Carrying the vibration of your 3M declaration in thoughts and actions is ultimately about living your affirmation, about transforming words spoken in the stillness into a continuous state of being. It is about building a bridge between your inner practice and your outer life so that every step you take, every choice you make, and every interaction you have resonates with the frequency of abundance you declared. This is the process by which your early morning words move from invisible intention to tangible reality, creating a life where the flow of money, opportunities, and success becomes your natural atmosphere.